What is up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. So last night, 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After Season 7, Episode 15 is aired. Now we checked back in Nigeria. Now this time, it's a little different because Kim has brought along her son Jamal to finally meet Usman for the first time. And at the airport, things got a little awkward for Jamal, watching his mom embrace and kiss Usman for an extended period of time. And it kind of felt like Jamal wanted to be teleported to literally anywhere else in the world or even the universe at that point. He just felt super awkward and didn't want to see it, but he took it like a champ and he definitely stood by his mom, and he's happy to see the happiness in his mom. And I do love the fact that Jamal is there to support his mother and what makes her happy, because we've watched, especially on this season and other seasons, a lot of families don't support their children or don't support their parents or family members in their happiness. So Jamal came there with an open mind. So not only did he come there with an open mind, we actually watched Usman gift Jamal something, which was really interesting because, as you guys remember, when we met Kim and Usman last season, she gifted Usman a PS5. And everyone said, oh, a PS5 and a MacBook, that's crazy. She shouldn't have done that. So when Jamal finally comes to meet Usman, he gifts Jamal a PS5, which I thought it was an amazing full circle moment. Like Jamal said, PS5s are kind of like a family thing now, and Jamal was really happy with the family dynamic that he felt, like eating with his mom, talking with his mom, having conversations as a family. Even though Usman's only a few years older than him, it didn't feel weird to the point where Jamal was just like, I can't deal with this situation. So the next day, Kim and Jamal and Usman go and meet with Usman's friends for an archery game, and they have a good time. They're bonding and they're having fun, and then they have a conversation about this child that was to be adopted. So we're learning a lot of new information about this adoption process and what Usman wants to accomplish by doing it. So apparently, in Nigerian culture, as long as this child is of your same bloodline, brother, sister, someone in your family, adoption is not something unheard of, and this still count as continuing your bloodline. The only thing that we're learning that wasn't told to Kim is that Usman's brother Muhammad and his wife are completely unaware that Usman wants to adopt this child, which caught everyone by surprise, including Kim, because they flew all the way to Nigeria to kind of come and talk about this plan and see what the details would be to make this plan come to fruition. And now Kim is learning that she flew 25 hours to talk to someone about a plan that has never actually been discussed. So now she's going to have to talk to Muhammad and talk to his wife and try to convince them to let them adopt the child, because Usman didn't feel that that was something he wanted to talk to them about alone. He wanted to do it together. And Kim actually got on a plane thinking that this plan had already been discussed, and she was the only one who needed to be the deciding factor in whether or not this plan would come to fruition. That was not the case at all. So Kim is actually in Nigeria to discuss with Usman's brother Muhammad about having his child come to America with her to be raised by her, and he actually has no idea whatsoever what is going on. This situation could possibly go left, and I think this is their last resort, right? Because without a second wife, the only other way would be to adopt the child from the same bloodline. So if this situation actually does not go as planned, this could be the last ditch effort to get Usman and Kimberly married, and Usman in the United States with Kimberly, as the plan would be. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens next week and see if Muhammad is actually open to the idea of letting someone take his 3-year-old son to another country and maybe risk the fact of not actually seeing him again for many, many, many years. I can't imagine anyone asking anyone to do that. So I can't wait to see the look on his face and the reaction that he gives when someone asks him to do something like that. All right, guys, I'm George Mossey. Make sure to follow me on all social media platforms at George Mossey and at georgemossey.com for all your 90 Day Fiancé news, interviews, and updates.